Okay, so here is our video. I have it in my family room right here to make it easy to take out, so excuse all the toys. Let's start at the top. I'm not a very big guy, so I need a milk crate. Taking it from the top, this is a sticker. Probably a voltage sticker or a warning. Paint's not great up here. It looks like it's probably peeling off a little bit, but again, like I said, I'm not too concerned about cabinets. Everything's solid, obviously. Nothing's like, flaking off. You can't put your finger through it. I know this is probably a horrible video as I'm standing on my tiptoes, but I know also you don't really care, but the numbers match on this game. So just if you ever decide one day you want to sell it down the road and you do talk to someone who's concerned about it, it is a numbers matching game, whatever that is worth. Again, I'm never really cared much about that stuff. This is the side of the back box. This is the right side from the player's position. This is obviously the keyhole for the back box. That was drilled out when I got it. Again, home environment, it really doesn't matter. The back glass is always unlocked the way it's set, so that makes that easy. You can see they got some scratches here, divots here. Let me see if I can get a light. The only problem with the iPhone is can't get a light. But you got some scratches and divots down here, like it was pulled through a doorway or something. That was there when I got it. So here, let's do this. That doesn't help, does it? There we go. Put some light on the subject. So you can see the scratches down here, the divots. Again, they're superficial. They go into the wood a little bit, but once again, I was never too concerned about that. Here's the back of the back box. Looks like somebody at one time had taped this or something. There's the remnants of tape back there. Warning, the latch. And the other side of the back box, which is the good side. So if you're going to put this somewhere and you could manage it, and this is the side of the back box I would show off. I'm stepping on toys. You can see it looks like somebody had their gum there at one time and scraped it off. There you go. Side of the cabinet, much of the same. I'm kind of pinned against the wall over here, so it's hard for me to really get a good far away shot. But it's all solid. Bumps, bruises, and scratches. Whoever had this before me, they put the little leg protectors. They match the blue, sort of. That's kind of nice. Here's the coin door. Again, bumps, bruises, and scrapes. Got a nice Swords of Fury key tag there. Guy over on KLOV makes those, so you could obviously have that, as I have no more need for it. Here's the other side of the cabinet. Again, bumps, bruises, scrapes, more of the same. All right. The legs are okay. They're not great. They have definitely a little bit of rust on them. The leg levelers, the same. You got the legs there. I don't know how much you care about that. But all the bolts stay in the holes, nothing stripped out. That one. Go take a look. Back this way, down. It's probably the best of the legs. You probably put that one in front somewhere. And here's the back of the cabinet, obviously. Your numbers and everything there. All right. The back box. This is a Translite. Front of it's good, pretty good shape. A little scraped up on the wood part of the back box. This is all nice. Has fingerprints all over it for me dismantling it, carrying it upstairs, and putting it back together. So that's what you see. This is a Translite. All right. Let's see that. I'll try to do this one-handed without dropping it. The top molding here sometimes sticks. makes it a little hard to get out. But you see the back of the Translight. You know, lights up pretty good. I'll put it back in and obviously light it up for you when I show you how it plays. You know, the light panel. There's no LEDs in the light panel. I didn't do that. I only did them in the play field. Just as a note. I don't think I mentioned that. Alright. Make sure my back glass stops sliding. So as far as this goes up here, this is all put back together, obviously. Soundboard. All good. Power supply, I recapped it. As you can see up here. You know, again, there are your numbers. Your numbers up here, okay. Your motherboard. Let me, you know what? Let's take the speaker panel out. There we go. I get a better view here. Fuses. Fuses are all the correct value for the fuses. You know, your fuses here. That cap I did not replace. I didn't see a need, so I didn't replace it. Got your, I forget the name of the board. The board down here in the System 11s. This is all numbered. I didn't do this. Somebody must have taken a head off or disconnected everything at one time in its life, and they numbered them. They didn't go by connector number. They just went by number. So they numbered this 16 and the connector 16. So just as a note, when I was putting it back together the first time when I brought it home from Long Island, I checked to make sure. I took pictures, and I checked to make sure all the numbers were correct, that nobody screwed anything up, and all the numbers are correct. So whoever did that did it correctly. The GI connector was fried when I got this. I redid the GI connection. All right, you got a new Molex there. Obviously, the double loop. It's the two wires, the two 18-gauge wires in one pin. Drop a solder on the pin, a la Clay Harrell, the way he does it. It's not the prettiest, but it works. And again, you'll see that in the GI. It's LED'd now, so the GI is not going to get strained anymore. Then you have your MPU, for lack of a better term. All right. The thing I did forget to mention, and it's a non-issue as you'll see, is this battery holder. The middle and the right battery. You see the little piece of copper on the top. The negative holders on them, the negative contacts, separated. I don't know why. Just from old age, these battery holders are horrible anyway. I just never replaced them. But that's why the little piece of copper is there, because basically it's completing the connection from the negative side of the battery to the PCB. All right. It's threaded through. There's a hole in the battery contact. So that is why that is there. When you change the batteries, if and when, just make sure those little pieces of copper are tight, and you'll be fine. You won't have to deal with the adjustment failure error again and again and again and again and again, which could be a pain. All right. It worked well like that. I just never saw the need to take the whole board out and solder a new battery holder on. I did that with my high speed, and it was a pain in the neck. So I didn't do it with this. All right. Interconnect board, that's what that is. Interconnect board, everything's good and clean down there. Again, I resoldered the header pins on here. I actually put new header pins on, obviously, when I did the Molex connectors. That's all taken care of. Here's the back of your display and your speakers. Ribbon cable, this is a newer ribbon cable, so I was told, and I bought it. I guess the ribbon cable's prone to failure, gets kinked or something. That's a newer ribbon cable. All right. So, all right. I'm going to stop this, and we'll do a part 2, just because I can't put all this back together with the phone in my hand.